가상화폐 시장의 조정은 끝나지 않아 보입니다. 비트코인이 10만 달러 아래로 내려간 이후 제대로 된 반등을 보여주지 못하는 가운데 개인 투자자들은 투자의 공포 속에서 버티지 못하고 있는 것 같은데요. 여기 기관 투자자들을 위한 가상화폐 ETF 전문 운용사 비트와이즈에서 투자 책임자를 역임하고 있는 매트 후거는 지금의 시장을 어떻게 바라보고 있을까요?
Bitcoin's done pretty well since ETF launched, up about 160, 170%. But we haven't yet reached that exhaustion. So when will we? I don't know. But I do know it's coming, and that makes me want to buy every dip and hold forever. It's worth noting the other obvious thing is gold is telling you that the store value market is bigger. If you continue to think Bitcoin will get a larger share of that market, that's bullish. When I started at Bitwise, if Bitcoin matched gold, it was getting to like 700,000. Now, if Bitcoin matches gold, it's getting to like 1.4 million, right? That's positive as well. So I see only good stories out of this gold bull run. I think we should all be happy about it and cheer the boomers and wait our turn. So if you look at the data, the buying went skyrocketed in 2022 when the US seized Russia's assets and central banks were like, we have to buy something else. And then it stayed flat from 2022 to 2023 to 2024 to 2025. But no one talking about the fact that central banks are driving the price up says that it's been happening for 4 years. And we've only gone rocket ship in the last 4 months. And then it clicked for me that the thing I should actually point out is that's what's happening in Bitcoin. Because the other thing people are worried about is ETFs have been buying 2, 3, 4x the net new supply of Bitcoin. Why hasn't the price gone to the moon? And the answer is it's just doing the same thing, which is when you have these big new buyers, they have to buy the asset from every short-term seller. And for gold, that took 4 years. For Bitcoin with ETFs, we're in year 2. And what that tells me is that Bitcoin is going to follow gold to Valhalla. It's just a matter of time. As long as we have ETF investors continuing to allocate, they will wear down the sellers eventually. And then there'll be headlines like, what's driving the price of Bitcoin to 500K? And the answer will be ETF purchases. But it will actually be a 4-year story, not what's happening right then. Well, I think there's a chance it goes lower. I think there's a chance it wicks below 100K. I don't think that's impossible. You see Standard Chartered put out a note a day ago saying below 100K is inevitable. But I think the long-term thesis is still intact. I think crypto is not driving the bus. And I think that's why sort of crypto natives are so depressed, because they're depressed. There's been no real alt season. It's been sort of a disappointing cycle. They're used to the 4-year turning over right about now. But I think what they miss is that TradFi is driving the bus here. TradFi is the marginal buyer of the large cap crypto assets. And I think they're going to paint their portfolios into the end of the year to show that they have allocations to gold, to show that they have allocations to Bitcoin. And so we could well dip, but I do suspect we set a new all-time high before the end of the year. It's so crazy. I mean, Bitcoin has outperformed gold over the last year, and we're all freaking out, right? I know it's underperformed year to date, but you just zoom out a little bit. But I agree, people freak out. That's your opportunity. Bitcoin is slowly marching up the institutional stack. If we were here 5 years ago, you'd be asking me like, will family offices buy Bitcoin? Now they're all buying Bitcoin, right? And there are a few endowments, and maybe there's 1 or 2 sovereign wealth funds, and then traditional central banks are 0. But we've been marching up this institutional stack for the last 10 years. I see no reason why we won't get all the way to the top, which is central banks buying it. I think it'll happen. It's just a matter of time for me. I mean, so what we look at here is the most basic drivers of Bitcoin's price, which is you have the new supply issued every year from the blockchain. It's 164,000 Bitcoin per year. And you can see it from the time ETF launched to the time we wrap this report on the right. And then you have the number of Bitcoin being purchased by public companies and spot ETFs who've been the marginal buyers of Bitcoin. This is why I said that this is not a crypto native driven market right now, that other entities are involved. And as CIO, I can tell you the complex math says that the numbers on the left are bigger than the numbers on the right. And that's why the price of Bitcoin went up. And the point I was making in the memo is this will persist. ETF purchases are going to scale over time. Every ETF in history scales over time. So we're going to have this persistent supply-demand imbalance in Bitcoin. That means that existing holders have to sell to make those two columns the same. And they'll only do that if the price goes up. And eventually those sellers will be unwilling to, and I think the price will skyrocket. Another way to conceptualize what's going to happen, if you go back to that last chart, that in every other asset, the columns on the right are bigger than the ones on the left. So in stocks, that's like, 60, 40, 75, 25. In bonds, it's like 90, 10, right? So eventually those things on the right have to take over from the things on the left. And I think the price will go up substantially as they do that.
I think that we will set a new all-time high before the end of the year. November seems like a prime candidate for that.
매트 후건은 비트코인이 금과 동일한 패턴을 보이고 있으며 이미 ETF를 활용해 기관 투자자들이 들어오고 있다고 설명했습니다. 본격적으로 매수한 지 아직 2년차밖에 되지 않았기 때문에 초기 비트코인 홀더들이 비트코인을 파려는 움직임과 맞물리며 가격 하락이 있는 것이라고 설명했습니다. 그렇다면 지금의 하락장에서 우리 개인 투자자들이 가져야 할 자세는 어떤 게 있을까요? 다시 매트 후건의 인터뷰로 돌아가 보겠습니다.
I think last time that we recorded, it was Friday of the flash crash, October 10th, and we recorded in the morning. So we had the initial statements, but we, recorded hours before the chaos that ensued. And I think had that not happened, we would already be at new all-time highs. I think that was, of course, a minor setback, but that flushed a lot of leverage out of the system. Most institutional investors have no idea what even happened that Friday because they were more concerned with the statements that were being made and how markets were going to move and how futures opened over the weekend and what happened on Monday. So I think that ultimately that just reset the market and will allow us to push higher as more flows come in. And I also think that you have these uncertainty shocks from things that are tweeted out by Trump, and then they end up not being as big of a factor. And I think without those tweets, we would be at all-time highs. I think as we get desensitized to these types of events over and over again, and the recovery becomes quicker and quicker, that we're going to continue to push higher. And those forces that Matt mentioned, which is professional investors and institutions, are going to ultimately push us higher, and we're going to churn through all of that seller exhaustion that we ultimately will see.
Yeah, I would add there's been two things to do with the Trump administration that consistently have worked. And the first is to fade his tweets, right? Because it doesn't end up being as bad as the initial tweet happens. That's what happened a few Fridays ago. And the second is to count on them delivering on their core promises on crypto. They've actually done that pretty consistently. And so I suspect that 19% bid on Polymarket is a good bid to hit. Like, that's my guess. My guess is that will go up by the end of the year. I could be wrong, but I think my personal read of the probability there is that it's higher than 1 out of 5. I was just going to add on the retail stuff. I think they got double crushed. They got crushed by FTX and they got crushed by the meme coin collapse. And maybe they just folded it in after Millennium coin dropped.
And NFTs. Don't forget NFTs. NFTs is a big one.
And NFTs. I mean, that's 3 strikes. You can only get wrecked so many times before you fold up your tent. I think the retail that's been here is TradFi retail, right? The retail that's been here has been in ETFs. The retail that's been here has been in MicroStrategy and other DATs. I think it's been a different retail. I do think that retail demand is robust and continuing, but I think crypto native retail just got, as you said, or as we just covered, triple wrecked by FTX, meme coins, and NFTs, and maybe just isn't that robust in this cycle. But that doesn't mean retail's not here. It's just a different retail.
비트코인과 가상화폐 시장은 아직도 극초반입니다. 작은 일에도 크게 출렁이죠. 하지만 크게 하락하는 만큼 어쩌면 정말 큰 수익을 안겨주기도 합니다. 매트 후건이 말하는 비트코인은 실은 굉장히 전도유망한 가치 저장 수단입니다. 사람들은 더 편리한 쪽으로 움직이고 있고 그것이 스마트폰과 AI를 만들어낸 것 같이 더 쉽고 더 귀한 디지털 자산으로 수급이 움직이는 것입니다. 하지만 제 채널에 등장하는 전문가들은 대부분 비트코인을 좋게 이야기해야 하는 위치에 있는 사람들이죠. 고객 자금을 굴리고 있거나 회사 자금으로 비트코인을 구매한 사람들이 많기 때문이죠. 시장에는 정답질환 없습니다. 아무리 전문가라지만 남이 하는 좋은 말만 들어서는 투자에 성공할 수 없겠죠. 제가 구독자분들이 객관적으로 비트코인을 판단하실 수 있게 2025년과 2026년 비트코인 전망 자료집을 만들었는데요. 자료집 안에는 국가별 비트코인 보유량과 평단가, 그리고 마이클 세일러가 운영하는 스트래티지 같은 트레저리 전략을 펼치는 기업들의 보유량과 평단가를 한눈에 보실 수 있게 차트에 표시해 두었고요. 날짜별로 비트코인 시장에 어떤 일이 있었는지도 따로 표시해 두어서 추후에 적어도 비트코인에 호재나 악재가 생겼을 때 참고하실 수 있겠죠. 그리고 가장 중요한 건 아직까지 많은 분들이 비트코인의 정확한 가치를 잘 모르시거나 비트코인은 주식이나 금에 비해 변동성이 너무 심해서 사기다 라는 말을 철석같이 믿고 비트코인을 자산 포트폴리오에서 배제하시는 분들이 많더라고요. 객관적인 사실을 살펴보실 수 있게 연도별 주요 자산 상승률과 하락률을 비교 차트로 만들어 두었고요. 받아보시는 방법은 간단합니다. 첫 번째로 구독과 좋아요 눌러주시고 제가 구독자 마크 확인할 수 있게 댓글에 대응이라고 두 글자 남겨주시고
지금 보시는 영상 하단 더보기란과 고정 댓글에 남겨져 있는 이 앤드류 커뮤니티 입장 링크 눌러주시고요. 이렇게 구독자 전용 이벤트 신청서가 나오게 되는데 여기 기타 부분을 체크해 주신 뒤에 대응이라고 두 글자 적어주시고요. 전화번호 적어주신 뒤에 제출까지 눌러주시면 제가 구독자분 마크 확인하고 이 대응 자료집을 보내드리도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그리고 저희 구독자분들이 가장 많이 신청 주시고 있는 이 앤드류 자동매매 프로그램 구독자분들 딱 10분께만 더 공유를 해드리기로 했습니다. 자, 이 자동매매 프로그램의 성과는 지금 총 손익이 1000%를 넘었고요. 개인 투자자분들이 가장 못하는 이 우상향하는 자산을 끝까지 끌고 가지 못하는 그런 감정적인 부분을 배제할 수 있는 프로그램입니다. 프로그램 로직은요, 저희 트레이딩팀에서 사용하는 약 13가지의 복합적인 지표를 넣어서요, 속임수를 거르고 상승 추세가 확실하게 나왔을 때만 진입을 하게 되고요. 매수와 매도, 익절과 손절 그 모든 과정이 차트에 이렇게 표시가 되는데 차트 표시뿐만 아니라 저희 구독자분들이라면 누구라도 이 하단에 거래 목록을 누르시면 이 프로그램이 몇 날 몇 시에 얼마에 사서 얼마에 팔았는지까지 정확하게 보실 수가 있습니다. 자, 프로그램의 성과를 보시면요, 손절은 이렇게 10%, 5%, 많을 때는 18% 이렇게 짧게 끊고요. 수익이 나는 폭을 보시면 8%, 34% 그리고 또 많을 때는 300%가 넘는 이런 수익을 내기도 합니다. 자, 인간의 감정을 배제하고 높게 올라갈 수 있는 종목의 수익은 끝까지 끌고 가기 때문에 이런 좋은 성과가 날 수 있게 되는 거고요. 저희 구독자분들 중에서 본업이 바쁘셔서 좀 투자하시기가 어려운 분들, 꼭 자동매매를 해야 되겠다 하시는 분들만 신청을 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 자, 자동매매 프로그램 받으시는 법도 굉장히 간단합니다. 똑같이 좋아요와 구독 눌러주셔야 되는데요. 제가 구독자 마크를 확인할 수 있게 댓글에 자동이라고 꼭 두 글자 남겨주시고요. 마찬가지로 보시는 영상 하단 더보기란과 고정 댓글에 나와 있는 링크 눌러주시고 이렇게 구독자 이벤트 신청서에서 세 번째에 있는 알파빗 오토 자동매매 지표 받기 눌러주시고요. 전화번호 남겨주시고 제출까지 눌러주시면 제가 댓글에서 구독자 마크 확인하고 이 자동매매 지표를 보내드리도록 하겠습니다.